Hello, everybody, and welcome to Bits and Caffeine. Welcome for another episode. Alex, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. This is it's a nice Saturday evening.
Yeah, I feel that. On this episode, we have coming out for y'all today. It is our other topic episode, other than the news, where, Alex, can you explain to us what this episode is?
Sure. Essentially, on these episodes, what we're gonna do is one of us is gonna bring a game between us each week, and we're gonna talk about it. The other one, or the one person, is going to present the game, and then we're gonna talk about that game, and then we're gonna go into a little bit of a dive while playing the game, and then eventually we're going to finish up playing and then talk about it a little bit afterward. So that's what explains this kind of.
Yep, we do not have a name for it right now. We are currently working on that. You all will either see that on the title of this video, because we record about a week early from when we upload, or we'll probably bring it up into the next episode. We're currently still trying to set up this podcast to begin with, so bear with us, please. Thank you. Today, I will be hosting this episode, and I have brought forth a game that Alex has not played, called Ready or Not. I am a absolute huge fan of Ready or Not, and Alex has never touched the game before.
Nope.
To start this off, what do you know about Ready or Not?
All I know is it's a game that kind of like simulates a SWAT environment. You know, like you're a SWAT team going in to handle certain situations, some things I cannot say on here, as well as like I don't know, any situation in which you could think of like a SWAT team getting called in to handle something. That's kind of what this game, to my best of my ability, that's kind of what this game is meant to simulate.
Yeah, have you ever played any of the other the original SWAT series? I'm not too sure who made the game originally, but it's based around a very old game series called SWAT, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you kind of take it back to like Rainbow Six Siege. Have you ever played that game?
Nope.
It's more of just a PvE of a Rainbow Six Siege, which is honestly, I enjoy it over Rainbow Six. I haven't played Rainbow Six in a long time because I found it very boring after a while, but
That's fair.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Other than that, so you don't know much about it, which is lovely because that's the point of the show.
Yeah.
So kind of just to explain to start this off. We'll probably have a little thing at the beginning before the intro talking about how the game is controversial, just giving everyone a heads up on that. It's a little bit of a controversial game. We'll try to go over certain things without going a little bit too in depth. You know, got to keep it a little bit PG here. But basically, let's start off at the Steam page. The Steam page basically explains it as a intense tactical first-person shooter that depicts a modern-day world in which a SWAT police units are called to defuse hostile and confronting situations. That's the main premise of the game. The game's updated, I would say, irregularly. It's worked on by a smaller company called Void Interactive. But it's updated irregularly. It's every couple months to a year. I think the last major update for the game was... I'm going to look this up here just to confirm. The last major update. Oh, God, I'm going really far back right now. I'm going really far back at the moment.
You all right over there?
The last major update was December 2022.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's pretty far away.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 months.
Do you enjoy those types of games that decide to wait for a very long time?
No, I'm more of a fan of like the Bethesda games, like Fallout 76, that come out and it's should have waited a lot longer.
Oh God. Okay. Anywho, this is currently an early access build, which I'm honestly. What is your opinion of early access?
I think it really depends on the game. I like the concept. You were able to essentially play the game, and kind of it's like a beta, right? That's what you essentially. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like the idea because you're able to bring people in and then and then you're able to build the game off of how people want the game to be, or at least that's the idea, you know. So like if people want X, Y, and Z added to the game, then you can add X, Y, and Z, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, I'm a fan of early releases and stuff like that.
I have kind of a mixed opinion on them, just because of I feel like developers use it as an excuse to, like, basically when they upload a game, it shows a lot of bugs and whatnot. They basically use early access as an excuse for that. That's why, I mean, you usually have beta access and whatnot. That's usually the best way to go about it. But there are games that I've played that just have been in early access hell for so long.
That's
DayZ
fair, yeah.
is a good example. It's just like, they're good games. Don't get me wrong. Good games. It's just
Stuck
they
there
get stuck
for a
in
while.
early access hell. Yeah, it's just it's boring after a while, and they just don't put any love or care that they showed into the game originally. But I can happily say that Ready or Not, I know that they're working on the game. It's a smaller studio, so they don't have much funding. They used to have a publisher, which we'll go over in a little bit,
Okay.
and why that kind of disappeared. But I think they're doing pretty well for themselves. And I think the game that they made is really good. If you're looking for a type of game like Rainbow Six,
Yeah.
but more of like a PvE type event, this
That's
is
fair.
more of your this is 100% recommended.
Yeah. I have seen some Rainbow Six videos. Or actually, I think I've seen quite a lot over the last couple of years where it's just like people going in and like playing at the kind of like high levels on like ranked games or whatever. And so I've seen definitely some videos, so I get that idea. But of course that's like a person versus person kind of experience. So the PvE is new to me, that idea of like a small team going up against stuff like that. It's nothing I've seen that much in most of the games I've played, so I'm excited.
Yeah, this are you more of a slow type gameplay or like fast gameplay? Fast gameplay like Call of Duty, slow gameplay like CS:GO.
I think honestly over the years probably more fast gameplay, over recent years at least. So
Well, this will be a treat for you. This will be an absolute treat because it is not fast gameplay. If you get it is a brutal experience if you try to go fast. That's for sure.
okay.
There's no respawn.
Yeah, prepare for me to die a lot. Let's be real. That's gonna happen.
There's no respawn. There's no retries, I guess is the best way to put it. You can't get halfway through a mission and restart. It is literally like you either finish the mission with one person left alive or it's game over.
Okay.
Some other things about Ready or Not. It actually originally came out in beta. It had a beta launch before its early access. And in this beta, a bunch of YouTubers and streamers were invited to it. And it was no PvE. It was all PvP. And it was just testing out the guns.
Huh.
The guns are a huge factor in the game.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, I've heard they're very realistic in like how they handle bullets and everything like that, the bullet mechanics and like mag mechanics essentially. So if you have 25 in the clip, you waste 5 of them, then you reload, like you lose that clip or something like that, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's insanely realistic and it's actually a lot of fun. And it's not too realistic. It's not like too insane in terms of like Arma style, but you're definitely getting there with the gameplay.
Okay, yeah. It'll be definitely different for me because I'll probably shoot a couple bullets, then reload, and then screw myself over a little bit with that. So, yeah.
Yeah, you can also kill teammates, so keep that in mind.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna shoot you in the head for the first few games.
Yeah, clip that and then clip that little audio clip and bring it over into like the game when you accidentally shoot me. That'll be the that'll be the experience of a lifetime. Anyways, I've been a little bit around the community with this game when it first launched. I've kind of dropped off a little bit because of how long the updates took. But yeah, they keep their community up to date too, which is great. Most recent update came out September 8th, so actually yesterday.
Yeah, see that?
And it looks like it's a bunch of what do you call it?
Weapon
What's it called?
skins?
People
Or
No. When people sit in a room, and they have like the white dots all over them and they record animations.
motion capture.
Yeah, motion capture. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Anyways, getting a little bit more into the meat and bones of the situation. Ready or not, a lot of it's you have a mission, you got to go in, complete it not quickly as possible, but as fast and efficient as possible, like a normal SWAT team would. And all around, it's a little bit repetitive, but it's still a really good game. And honestly, it's a little aggravating. A little bit of negative about the game, in my opinion.
Okay.
The multiplayer aspect of finding people is a little difficult. They kind of grasp around, and also the ranking system, not really ranking, but like your grade at the end of it is like brutal, so it's really difficult. Also, I've had times where enemies would shoot me through walls. It was absolutely horrendous, or they like speed run at you and take you out in one shot. That's for sure. It's an experience, absolute experience. But yeah, I mean, we'll get more into that once we actually play the game. A little bit more on the other side of things on what this game is or has to offer. I think there's around 15 maps right now. And each map has multiple missions to take place. So you can either have a hostage rescue, you can have a take out all the enemies, you can have a bomb defusal.
Huh.
You gotta go and find the bombs, defuse them. And a big thing about this is there's no actual UI on the screen, not a lot at least, that show you what to do. You have to figure it out.
Okay.
Which is really interesting.
Very realistic, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another topic to bring up with Ready or Not, obviously, is the controversy.
Yeah.
We're gonna tread this lightly because I'm not looking to get canceled. But some controversial things about the game is they lost their publisher. One of the main reasons for that was said to be because of them adding levels to the game that a lot of people disagreed with. And if people are interested in looking more into that, I mean, go for it, 100%.
Yeah.
But Alex knows a bit about that himself because we talked about that beforehand a little bit.
Yeah, it's hard to not say it, but here we are.
Yeah. And it's... I at least respect them enough because they're not holding back and they're wanting to make it a realistic sim while also having it kind of show what SWAT people do and have the respect of what they do as well.
Yeah.
Because the really big thing is you can find a lot of videos online of SWAT people reacting to the game and talking about how realistic the game is.
Oh, wow.
It's a great game.
Huh.
It is 100% a great game. And you will find that out very quickly while we play, or it'll be an absolute nightmare. We'll figure that out.
It might be a little bit of a nightmare because I'm probably going to play on it. It doesn't have like aid for the controller, right? Like
I'm not sure.
Okay,
I'm actually not sure because I don't use controller.
I'll check that when we get in the game because if it does, then I'll use my controller. Otherwise, I'll use keyboard and mouse, and that might get a little iffy. But we're here for it.
Other things to talk about. The gameplay in general. The civilians are a little bit annoying to deal with, but I feel like that's normal with real life too. They make a lot of comments that piss me off, at least while I play.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? Why are you tying me up?
So my question, I guess, how much do you lose if you shoot a civilian?
You only lose in terms of like rating.
Okay. So if I were to go in there and gun down anybody who wasn't like hands up immediately, and I were to we were to get through the end of it, like would I pass?
I mean, yeah, but I wouldn't recommend it.
Fair enough.
That's for sure. Oh my god! I didn't even talk about how the fact that they have the enemies have such amazing, like, it's not AI, but like it's coded amazingly where they'll hide if they hear gunshots, they'll hide in closets or hide under beds. So you have to check under, or else you'll get shot. Kind of like the Modern Warfare campaign where you're going into that building to take out some person on the top floor, and you have to like go through all the floors, and there's those people hiding under like the bed and whatnot, they'll jump out and shoot you. I don't know if you know which one that is. I'm not sure.
Is that the new Modern Warfare or the old one?
I think I played it on Xbox, so I'm not too sure. I think a little bit older.
Okay, got it.
I think it may have been Cold War. Nah, that doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. Yeah, but some other it's just a really good game, and I can really tell the developers are putting in their hearts and souls into it, and they won't back down from certain things as well. Some map layouts of the game. There's a map called Meth House that not apparently, but it is like the number one map to go to as your first go through.
Okay.
And they keep updating the map, and it makes it bigger and bigger, and it's great. They have a whole underground part in the back, which is absolutely terrifying, and I hate it with a passion. But like, it is an experience to say the least. It is a PTSD simulator, and that is 100% true.
Oh, now I'm really excited.
Yeah, it's great, and I can't wait to play it. If anybody's interested in watching gameplay of us playing and Alex experiencing it for the first time, you can check it out on our YouTube channel, Bits and Caffeine. You can find a link to that and all of our other socials at bitsandcaffeine.com, or go down in the description of this podcast and click the link down below. Other than that, we're going to talk a little bit about some reviews for the game on Steam, and then we're going to cut to a break where we're going to go and play it, where you can find that on the YouTube channel. But for the reviews, looking through the Steam reviews here, some funny posts here. A user named Abyss posted, "Kick in a door, shoot a drug dealer, save a hostage, then go home and play some Ready or Not." Another one is... Points gun at civilian. Me, on your knees. Civilian. F you. Lack of respect to police realism. 10 out of 10. Play solo for tactical. Play with mates for brutal honesty.
All right.
Got jump scared by a super loud shotgun bang. I panicked and opened fire roughly around the area where the sound was coming from. Shot 3 civvies and the suspect. Lost an officer. Case closed. Got fired for my job as a SWAT operator, then went home and played Ready or Not.
Seems like a running theme.
If you shoot the aquarium on the car shop map, the water level actually goes down.
Is that real?
Yeah, that's real.
Oh,
they put a lot of effort into like the smaller things.
Yeah.
What else is there? I tried tasing a suspect, but instead I domed him with a revolver. I mean, domed him or domed him with a revolver. Wouldn't recommend the game. Oh yeah, here's a great comment about what I was talking about earlier. Average human reaction time is 0.25 seconds. AI reaction time in this game is 0.01 seconds. Enjoy dying over and over. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that may be a problem. And we'll do one more just for the record. Breached the door with C4. 2 civs dead painfully. Saw a suspect with a shotgun. I teabagged him. Lost an officer while teabagging the suspect. Tossed up a grenade on child's room. Shot a civ to death. Lost my job. Went home and played Ready or Not.
Well, that's really it's really a running theme here. Well, actually, I'm looking through and I got one which you maybe you blurt out just the word or you blurt out the entire thing. Up to you. I'll
do a long beep.
Yeah, just like it's just one word, so up to you. Anyway, it says, "Thanks to this game, I learned my friends are."
Definitely gonna have to censor that.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Definitely gonna have to censor that. But after the 50 hours I've played in this game, yeah,
it's fair. That's true. Yeah,
makes sense.
All right.
Anyways, we'll be right back. We're gonna go on break here. Take a nice little gander. If you want to take a pause and go to our YouTube to take a look at some of the short clip or a long clip of our entire gameplay. I'll probably just do the short clip. I'm not too sure yet. We're still trying to figure things out.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you all on the other side. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Outro play. Dun-dun, 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 dun-dun.
And welcome back to Bits and Caffeine. This is after the gameplay, and we're going to be talking about what we thought about the game. What did you think, Sky?
Oh, I loved it. I hosted it, so of course
Yeah.
I loved it. That's
Fair
kinda how
enough.
this works.
Yeah. Okay, I
I
won't.
do love it though.
Yeah, honestly, it was pretty fun. I won't lie. The slow gameplay is probably not my best. I mean, I'm not the best at it, but like just in general, I don't think that's my type of game. But I still had fun playing it. I won't lie. I think my favorite part early in the game, I think, was when we grabbed because in this game there's this like coffee machine that you can get like a bunch of different types of coffee or teas, and that was a pretty just like random fun little bit at the beginning. Of course, past that there was gunplay, death, violence, shooting each other, etc., stuff like that. So there was more than just coffee, but bits and caffeine. So we got to kind of throw the coffee in there too. So that was fun.
We are not sponsored by Ready or Not.
We're not sponsored by any of these.
We're not sponsored. So we went through about 3 or 4 maps, depending. You can see the clips should be live right about now on Bits and Caffeine YouTube's channel. Just go to bitsandcaffeine.com for more information, and go to the description and click that for the links. But other than that, what were your thoughts on the gameplay in general?
Oh yeah, it was definitely fun. I mean, obviously like slow, kind of more like that CS:GO vibe kind of thing, but that's not a bad thing. That's just the kind of gameplay that it is. So it was definitely fun. I don't think we actually ever completed a full map, even though we did play like 3 or 4 different maps. I think we died along the time every single time. So that was interesting.
Well, it is possible for you to be able to beat each map in single player by yourself, but a lot of the time it comes down to having multiple people so that you can do this or execute it better.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Obviously with 2 people, it was not a
no. Yeah, I think
not a good idea.
yeah, I think if you just had like by yourself, it would be hard to like do the times where you're arresting people and then somebody comes through the corner and like kills you. Because I think we died at least 5 times when we were both doing something, like looking at the ground, and then somebody just like turns a corner and just kills us. Like we have no idea what we're doing.
Yeah, pretty much summed up this entire experience.
Yeah, pretty much.
The bots have better reaction times than we do. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it was definitely fun. Like it just, in the gameplay itself was fun because we had a lot of times where we shot each other, which we both knew going in, but that I think it still happened more than I expected.
It happened a decent amount.
Yeah.
It was a good time though.
Yeah, it was
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything? What else have you written down about it?
Yeah, so I mean, I think there were also a lot of different parts where it looked like, even though we are both pretty proficient in FPS games, I mean, I'd say I'm more in like COD, that space. But even though we both are pretty proficient in FPS games, I think it looked at times it looked like we had no idea what we were doing. Which I think is just like it's a very different game from anything I've experienced, and even though you've played it before, it's been a little bit. So I think it's just fun. It's just like a new experience and stuff like that. There were also definitely some bugs too, not like game breaking bugs or anything, but like people clipping through walls, somebody ascending to heaven after they've been killed, stuff like that.
Yeah, I think personally, those are the most bugs I've ever seen while running through the game.
It's
really
not
ironic.
much, honestly. It wasn't much. I think we played for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and only really saw a few of those anyway. So it was definitely not bad.
Yeah, we're obviously we'd be playing more with the games and whatnot in the future, but
Yeah.
it was just kind of we're on a time crunch at the moment, so it's very just play as much as we possibly can and get that done and recorded and whatnot for right now. But yeah, it was a good experience. It was a good first experience.
Yeah, for sure.
It was a mess of an experience.
Yes, but
really be like calm as hell, and then all of a sudden you go walking in and everything starts getting lit up.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty fun.
You decide to kill a civilian.
Well, I was about to mention that. Yeah, there were definitely a few innocent civilians, or potentially innocent civilians. Okay, we don't know. We still don't know.
They didn't drop a gun when you killed them.
I don't remember. I cannot attest to that.
There's times we'd be running around and then some guy would come up behind us and stab us in the back. And we wouldn't be prepared for it.
And there was times where we shot each other. And you shot me first though, which I was surprised by that. I thought I was gonna kill you before you killed me in any of these situations. Like I thought we would turn a corner, we both see each other, and I thought I would always shoot first. But no.
That just means I have better reaction time.
Well, no, okay, here's the thing. The one time where you killed me the first time, I literally stood there. I said, "Oh, that's Sky." And then you shot me. So I think I had a good reaction on that.
I think that just shows that I have better reaction.
No, I think it shows that I knew that was you and I didn't shoot.
CS:GO, baby, let's go. CS:GO.
Yeah.
Little spoiler alert for my next host week. CS:GO or CS2.
That's if I can get CS2.
Yeah, that's a later on thing. But anyways, Ready or Not. What else you got for Ready or Not?
Honestly, I think that's like it for the stuff I jotted down, because it's just a lot of death, a lot of casualties, potentially innocent casualties, some bugs, definitely a lot of shooting each other and just screwing up overall, looking at the ground when we probably should have been checking corners and stuff like that, which just kind of happens in the slower gameplay.
Well, we are not tactical shooters. That's kind of how this works.
Yeah. If we did, we wouldn't be anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just kind of how that works. So
yeah,
I can't really hate on that too much. It's
fun
though.
Yeah, it was definitely fun. Yeah, definitely would recommend it to anybody that likes the slow kind of gameplay. Like, I have never played Payday, but I imagine it's something similar, maybe.
No.
Okay, never mind.
Payday's way too fast paced.
Okay, yeah, I've never played it or really watched anything on it, but I know CS:GO or I guess Siege 2 would be kind of similar, except Siege would PvE as opposed to that. So yeah, so definitely would highly recommend it if you like it. No, I said like Siege is PvP and this is PvE. So yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I would definitely recommend it to anybody that likes the slower kind of pace games or just wants to try like a new first person shooter that's very realistic, because that is true about this game. It's very realistic.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like we should have more people involved, but we only have the two of us, which is fine.
Yeah.
I think it was a good experience with that throughout.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely kind of shows you how terrifying it is to be a SWAT officer in general. Because you got to keep in mind that a lot of that kind of situation probably happens in real life.
Yeah, some of it for sure, yeah.
Obviously not the glitching and whatnot and the guy like hovering in the wall.
Yeah, not that.
Like going in from room to room, knowing that could be a room where it could have an enemy in it. It's really terrifying to think about.
Yeah, that's true. Because some people honestly live that on I don't know, I would say day-to-day basis, but some people do go through that pretty occasionally. So, yeah.
Yeah, the people hiding in closets and whatnot. That's one look away, and that could be the end of the game.
The end of the game? You mean life?
Well, I'm talking about I'm talking about
yeah.
Ready or Not.
Well, I'm talking real life for that. So yeah. So it's over.
Real life, dude. That's crazy, bro.
Well, yeah, no. It was definitely a fun experience. Even though I wouldn't say it's like my particular kind of shooter, because I'm more of the fast paced. At least that's the stuff I play most of the time. But I would definitely play that again. It was fun.
No, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
It's a really fun experience. I think everyone should try it. It is a little bit pricey at $40.
It's not $70 compared to what most games are being sold for.
Yeah, that's another conversation for another day about
Fair.
the price tag. But yeah, so it's definitely honestly, it's really worth a play for anybody who kind of has interest in that and whatnot. It's really fun.
Yeah.
What would you rate it out of 10?
Ooh, that's a good question. Just like overall as a game out of 10?
Mm-hmm.
Probably a solid 7.5.
And why is that?
Mostly I think just because that's like, it's not my kind of, like, I don't really play the slow games that much, and I'm more of the fast-paced shooter kind of thing when I do play shooters. So yeah, probably that's mostly probably the big thing. It's very realistic, although sometimes, if you're hopping on and you just want to have fun for like 20 minutes, then you're probably not going to want your gun to react in super realistic ways. You might want less recoil. You might want your bullets to not actually like, you might want your bullets to reload in an unrealistic way, but that's just how it goes.
You may not want to be shot through the wall.
That's true. Yeah, you may not want the AIs to be actually legitimately faster than you. It's terrifying.
We restarted a lot during our game. When like one of us would die, we'd restart. It happened a lot.
It did a lot. Yeah. Sometimes it was just stupid stuff, rocking into explosives, just walking into a room when you shouldn't have, when there were two people aimed at your head. But then other times it was just like sometimes we just got outgunned. I won't even lie.
Sometimes we just got outgunned. That's just kind of how that works.
Yeah. Got outgunned by enemies of AI nature.
Yeah, I mean, it's not much, but it's they don't have a lot going on in the game right now. I mean, there's a decent.
No, there's a decent amount, especially if there's like 15 maps and like multiple modes, like you said. Yeah, definitely a solid.
A little bit less.
Okay, but
there's probably a little less than 15. But yeah,
even a dozen maps, and that's still a lot of gameplay, a lot of possibilities.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of maps that you haven't tried yet.
Yeah,
it's honestly at sometimes it's probably a lot more fun with more people, but it's
makes sense.
Genuinely a great experience.
Yeah, it seems like one of those games where you get 4 people on and like you have no idea what the other one's doing, and you're all going around in circles and you kill each other way more often. It definitely seems like a game where that would happen. It would be pretty fun, but also pretty terrible.
Yeah, the amount of times that's happened to me, it's just, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I can see it.
But yeah, it is an experience, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Well, with that and with Alex's rating, I think we should end this episode here.
All right.
Thank you all so much for listening, and please go support that video on YouTube to get a little bit more of the experience of an absolute mess of a time.
Yeah, it was genuine mess, but no, it was fun. It was for sure. It was fun.
Do you have anything else to say, Alex?
No.
Anything about the game?
No, that's it. Yeah.
Thank you all so much for listening, and we will see you guys in the next episode, which will be coming out on Monday. Bye-bye. You say bye, Alex.
Do I have to say bye? Leaving. It's just you normally have like this long outro, and then I say bye, but then it's like, I don't know if it actually makes it in the video, etc.
Well, I'm not clipping this out, so you're gonna say bye.
Okay.
This whole conversation is like.
I already technically said it twice, I think, but.
Yeah, but
yeah.
Let's say bye.
Bye. We love you all.